You ever noticed how when you're worried about something, you start seeing it everywhere? Like if you're stressing about money and suddenly every ad, every post, every conversation suddenly feels like it's about money? Well, it turns out that's not a coincidence. That's actually your Reticular Activating System, or your RAS, doing exactly what it's designed to do. I'm Dr. Denim Slade, and building on my nearly 30 years of experience, I've developed the new core personality model to help you authentically incorporate you into your life and relationships. Your RAS is like the gatekeeper of your brain. Every second, you're bombarded with literally millions of bits of information, sounds, sights, sensations, emotions, details. Your brain cannot process all of that at once. So your RAS filters it. It decides what's important enough to notice and what to ignore. So how is it that it decides? It's actually pretty simple. It listens to what you focus on and what you believe. If you're focused on what's missing, what's wrong, or what could go wrong, your brain says, oh, this must be important, and it starts looking for more of that. That's why the things that you fear or stress about keep showing up. Your focus is literally training your filter to find them, to pull them out of the data that's swirling around you. And here's where this becomes super powerful and a little bit uncomfortable. When your reticular activating system is tuned to what you don't want, your brain doesn't know the difference between fear and intention. It just hears, this matters. So it starts collecting evidence that supports your worry. And suddenly, you're living inside a story that keeps confirming itself over and over and over again. This is exactly how self-sabotage often starts. Not because you're broken, but because your brain is doing its job too well. It's filtering your world through your focus. So if you have a belief that you can't trust people, your RAS will highlight every moment someone disappoints you. If you believe, I'm not good enough, your RAS likewise will help you see proof of that, even if there are other stories or other possibilities that could be highlighted. And this is where your core wiring plays a big role. Each temperament filters reality differently, naturally, and your RAS works through your core temperament lens. Let me show you how it works. C stands for comfort and connection. C's are the feelers among us. And for you C's, your reticular activating system filters for emotional safety and connection. So when something feels off or you sense some sort of tension, your brain zooms right in on it. You start noticing rejection and disapproval or disconnection, even small things that might not be real threats. So one of the predictable challenges for C's, you can end up being consumed trying to avoid any and everything uncomfortable or that might be uncomfortable instead of pursuing the connection and the comfort that you so crave. O stands for optimism. O's are the idealists among us. And for you O's, your RAS filters for positivity and possibility. You're wired to notice what's fun, what's inspiring or exciting. But when you're stressed, your reticular activating system flips and suddenly you only see what's boring, what's heavy or restrictive. You can start avoiding things that feel too serious, and you can end up missing opportunities for the real enjoyable life that you so crave. R stands for resolution. R's are doers. So for you R's, your reticular activating system naturally filters for action and momentum. You notice what needs doing, what needs fixing or finishing. But under pressure, that same focus can make you zero in on obstacles or inefficiency. Really anything that slows you down or that might slow you down. And that can lead to frustration and impulsivity or impulsive decision making because your brain is just screaming, move. E stands for exactness and excellence. E's are perfectors. And for you E's out there, your RAS filters for clarity and correctness. Your brain is subconsciously constantly scanning for what's right, what's accurate, and what's in order. But when stress hits, your RAS starts magnifying flaws and mistakes and what's not quite right. Suddenly, nothing feels good enough. And that constant correction loop kills your confidence. I want to just highlight an important aspect of personality or temperament here. As our stress increases, our default reactions, the default ways that our brains work, become more pronounced if we're not aware of them and proactively managing them. Each core type's filter can either serve you or sabotage you, depending on what it's tuned into. Would you like to know how to take your reticular activating system off of autopilot? First, practice naming the filter. Plug into and notice what your mind naturally highlights when you're stressed. Is it disapproval? Is it boredom? Is it inefficiency or imperfection? That clue alone will tell you a lot about what core lens is running the show. 2, refocus your attention. Your RAS can't delete old filters, but it can be retrained. So start asking, what do I want to notice instead? Your brain will go where you direct it if you will direct it. So for you C's, intentionally look for moments of connection and appreciation. Those data points are there if you look for them. O's, look for opportunities that feel fun and meaningful. R's, look for steady progress, not just speed. And you E's, practice looking for what's working, not just what's wrong. Reinforce this daily. Write it, visualize it, speak it. The more consistent your focus, the more your RAS will start selecting new evidence that matches it. Let me just remind you that what your RAS does, it's the bridge between the subconscious mind and the conscious mind. And so it takes all of the data, all those thousands and even millions of pieces of data that are coming at you, and it decides what it's going to filter out and what it's going to serve up to you. And so if you practice deciding and directing the data points that you want to be served up to you, that's what your RAS will start doing. Let me share just a personal example of this. I hate Cybertrucks. I hate them. I think they're so ugly. Consequently, there was a few months ago, there was a few month period where that's all I saw. I saw Cybertrucks everywhere. And then I noticed, actually, we were out of town. We were in Hawaii last week. And after a few days, I actually said this out loud. I said, you know what? I have not seen one Cybertruck on this island. And literally, within the next 5 minutes, I saw 2. That's just a simple example of my reticular activating system at work. Even though I don't like Cybertrucks, just the fact that I was focusing on it subconsciously, my brain was serving that data up and I was noticing Cybertrucks everywhere. And then when my focus shifted away from that, the Cybertrucks were still there, but my RAS was no longer serving those data points up to my conscious mind. And then just as soon as I started thinking about them, there they were again. Your reticular activating system is not out to get you. It's actually out to serve you. It's doing its very best to help you. But if you don't give it clear instructions, it will keep replaying your fears instead of your future. So ask yourself this: what is my brain trying to filter for right now? And if you don't like the answer, change the channel. If you want to go deeper into how your specific core temperament shapes what it is that you see, what you think, and what you feel, check out the free core assessment and the tools inside the Core Advantage portal. Learn to work with your wiring and stop working against it. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe in order to learn more.